Have you ever stopped to think about how a simple coin ends up in your pocket? Every day, billions of people use coins without giving them a second thought. They pay for groceries, disappear into vending machines, collect dust in jars, or get tossed into fountains for good luck. But despite being one of the oldest forms of money still in use today, making a coin is surprisingly high-tech. It's a process that demands incredible precision because even the tiniest mistake can make a coin unusable. So how does a plain piece of metal become legal currency? Stick around as we uncover the fascinating journey behind one of the world's oldest inventions, right here on History of Simple Things. Long before paper money and credit cards, people traded goods directly. If you wanted bread, you might exchange grain or livestock. While that worked in small communities, it became increasingly difficult as trade expanded. Around the 7th century BCE, the ancient kingdom of Lydia, located in what is now western Turkey, introduced some of the world's first standardized coins. These early coins were made from electrum, a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver, and carried official stamps that guaranteed their value. The idea spread rapidly through ancient Greece, Persia, Rome, and eventually across much of the world. Coins became trusted because governments controlled their weight, size, and metal content. Thousands of years later, that basic principle hasn't changed. Modern coins may look simple, but everyone still represents carefully controlled manufacturing standards. Every coin begins with carefully selected metals. Contrary to what many people assume, most modern coins are no longer made from solid, precious metals like silver or gold. Instead, countries choose metal combinations that balance durability, cost, and resistance to corrosion. For example, many circulating coins use copper-plated steel, nickel-plated steel, copper-nickel alloys, brass, or bronze. Different denominations often use different metal mixtures to help people identify them by color and weight. Engineers also have to ensure the metals can survive years of being dropped, scratched, and passed through countless hands without wearing away too quickly. Once the metal alloy is prepared, it's cast into thick slabs before being rolled through enormous industrial rollers. These rollers gradually squeeze the metal into long strips with an exact thickness. Precision is critical because every finished coin must weigh within extremely tight tolerances. Machines then punch thousands of perfectly round discs from these metal strips. These plain discs are called blanks. At this stage, they don't resemble coins yet, they're simply smooth circles of metal. The leftover metal between the punched circles isn't wasted. It gets collected, melted down, and recycled into new strips, making the process highly efficient. Freshly punched blanks are surprisingly hard and may contain tiny stresses caused by the punching process. Before they can be stamped, they need to be softened through a process called annealing. The blanks travel through large industrial furnaces where they're heated to carefully controlled temperatures and then cooled. This changes the metal's internal structure, making it easier to stamp detailed designs without cracking. Afterward, the blanks are thoroughly cleaned and polished to remove oils, oxidation, and any tiny metal particles. By the time they leave this stage, every blank has a smooth, clean surface ready for striking. Before receiving their design, the blanks pass through a machine that gently squeezes their edges. This creates a raised rim around each coin, a step known as upsetting. That small rim serves several important purposes. It protects the detailed artwork from wearing away too quickly, helps stacked coins sit evenly, and improves how coins move through vending machines and coin-counting equipment. It's a tiny feature that most people never notice, yet it's essential for both durability and functionality. Now comes the most recognizable step. The prepared blank enters a powerful coining press where it's struck between two hardened steel dies engraved with the coin's design. Modern presses use tremendous force, often dozens or even hundreds of tons depending on the coin being produced. In just a fraction of a second, the pressure forces every tiny detail into the metal, from portraits and lettering to national symbols and intricate textures. Many coins also receive reeded or patterned edges during this stage. Those ridges aren't just decorative. Historically, they helped prevent criminals from shaving tiny amounts of precious metal from gold and silver coins, a practice known as coin clipping. Even though modern coins usually aren't made from precious metals, the ridges remain a useful security feature. Not every coin survives inspection. Modern mints use high-speed cameras, lasers, weight sensors, and automated sorting systems to inspect every batch. Coins with scratches, weak strikes, incorrect weight, or other imperfections are rejected, melted down, and recycled. The approved coins are counted, packaged into large bags or rolls, and shipped to central banks before eventually reaching commercial bank stores and finally your pocket. By the time you receive one as change, that coin has already gone through dozens of carefully monitored manufacturing steps. The next time you hold a coin, take a closer look. What seems like an ordinary piece of metal is actually the product of centuries of history and remarkable engineering. From carefully chosen alloys and giant rolling mills to precision stamping and automated inspections, every coin is designed to survive years of everyday use while remaining instantly recognizable. It's easy to overlook something so common, but every coin tells a story, not just through the design stamped on its surface, but through the incredible manufacturing process that brought it to life. And that's another simple thing with a surprisingly fascinating history. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.